All right, and just a reminder that SA Today will be bringing you an exclusive interview with President Cyril Ramaphosa and Sherwin Bryce-Pease at 5:30 p.m. this afternoon, so do stay tuned to that. Well, our correspondent Sherwin Bryce-Pease joins us now ahead of his meeting with President Cyril Ramaphosa. He's out in Quebec in Canada. Sherwin, we are counting you down to your chat with President Cyril Ramaphosa. Just for the benefit of our viewers, briefly give us some of your talking points.
Well, Alicia, it's not every day that I can say that I'm sitting in the president's chair, but hopefully within the next 25 minutes, the president will walk in here. He is currently in a bilateral meeting with the Prime Minister and he's host here at the G7 summit, Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. And what an interesting conversation that might be, given the withdrawal of the United States President Donald Trump from that communique, his endorsement of that communique, definitely dominating the news narrative here. But more to what we want to talk about, we want to ask the president if he has achieved the goals he set himself before arriving here. Remember, he started his trip in Toronto where he engaged with business and investment leaders. He told us in an earlier discussion that he believes that this will bear fruit. We want to ask him very specifically what kind of fruit we're talking about. In addition to that, South Africa's admission to the UN Security Council for a 2-year non-permanent term. We want to ask him what his priority is going to be for that. Remember, this is now the Cyril Ramaphosa administration. What are their goals, particularly given that 70% of the agenda of the Security Council deals with Africa? And then very much wanting to understand what they discussed behind closed doors in terms of the ocean's economy. As you are well aware, Operation Phakisa launched in 2014 in terms of South Africa's National Development Plan. Is he able to come back with some real commitments from the most industrial and advanced countries of the world? What are some of the best practices that they engaged on? And also we will touch on, hopefully, if we have enough time, on some of the divisions we are seeing within the African National Congress on the domestic front. You saw, of course, over the weekend that the national chairperson of the ANC, Gwede Mantashe, was unable to address a consultative conference in KwaZulu-Natal. We hope the president, in his capacity as ANC president, will be able to weigh in on that. So that's just a taste. And hopefully we will stick to time. We did say 17:30 South African time, but with presidents meeting prime ministers and other presidents, sometimes we get a little delayed, a little spanner in the works, but we'll cross that bridge when we get there. Back to you, Alicia.
Thank you so much, Sherwin. We're definitely looking forward to that. There's a lot to look forward to, that interview. We are expecting it to take place at 5:30 p.m. and it will be Sherwin Bryce-Pease with SA President Cyril Ramaphosa talking about some of the issues that they discussed in the G7 summit. And as you've just heard from Sherwin, he also wants to know about the unrest within the ANC, that of course in relation with the consultative conference that descended into chaos in KwaZulu-Natal.